Love and Hip Hop New York, child. I thought they canceled this mess. I really did. I was talking to my girl Sunset earlier. Shouts out to Faith to Faith, and the rest of the crew, darling. But I was talking to her, and we was just talking like, how weird is it that Love and Hip Hop New York kind of went on a 2-week hiatus, and they didn't even let nobody know nothing. They didn't even say nothing to the people about it, about the fact that we gonna promote Love and Hip Hop Miami real quick, but we gonna come back to y'all. Because it was just weird. It just like left abruptly, and that was it. Ain't nobody heard no more about these people from New York. So, I mean, child, I don't know, but it is back. I did not review last week because I didn't get the chance to, but I did see most of the episodes, so I know what's all going on. But I did see this episode that I'm about to review now. Okay, so just getting straight into it. Let's see. So last week the girls, meaning Yandy and Remy, they tried to get Mariah Lynn, Bianca, Dream Doll, and Bree to sit down and have a conversation and hash out their issues. Bianca and Mariah Lynn in one corner, and Bree and Dream Doll in the other. Of course, it didn't work. You put a bunch of gutter snipes together, it's not gonna work. And you put a bunch of girls that think they're hard and think they're bad, and all this in front of each other. It's never gonna work. So anyway, Bree was trying to be mature in the situation. But Bree was just like, she hit a soft point with Brianna. And she was like, not Brianna, Bianca. And she said, hey, what's going on with you? Like, you know why you don't like me. You hit me up in my DMs and you're a thot or something. And before we know it, Bianca and her blue hair flew across the table trying to get to Bree. Then Dream Doll stand up. Then Mariah Lynn stand up. And it's just a mess. It is completely a mess. I'm just like, oh Lord, all these little girls, they all cute girls. What exactly are they fighting for? And Remy tried to go outside to talk to Mariah and Bianca. And Mariah was in the car. She was just like, that's my friend. It's called loyalty. If my friend pops, I pop. It's called loyalty. And I'm just like, yeah, Mariah, I get it. But like Remy said, one responsibility of your friend, as being friends with somebody, one of your responsibilities is to check your friend when they out of order. And a lot of times Bianca's out of order. She just want to run up on everybody she see. But eventually you're going to get your ass whooped, and you can't blame nobody because you think you could just beat up everybody, running up on men, you running up on women, you running up on people with disabilities, you running up on old women in the street. You can't run up on nobody, Bianca. You going to get hit upside your head with a cane. Cute girl. Cute. Nice blue wigs. I don't know what the hell her problem is. Excuse me. Her lips are giving me a little corpse. Teeth. The kids ain't ready to go down that road until hundreds of years from now. Oh. Yeah. Y'all are planning on being here, meaning alive, until I'm 110. Let's make it happen, child. Okay, so anyway, so they had that whole scene and yada yada. Meanwhile, we got Yandy. She's trying to talk to Bree and Dream Doll, and Dream Doll gets a little emotional. They kind of look up to people like Yandy and Remy. Not quite sure why, but they do. Okay. So moving on from that scene, so Yandy, she's trying to plan a trip to St. Maarteen. And she's trying to invite all these girls to come together and, be one, heal the world, we are the world type of situation is going on. One thing I did notice is that she didn't invite any men a part of the cast. She, it was just supposed to be a sister girl trip, which never works, without a little drama, of course. So anyway, Remy Ma, she had a scene where she talked to her husband, Papoose, And she was just like, yeah, so Yandy, she wants me to go on this trip with her. Papoose was just like, you can't go. You know, you start the vitro. She was like, oh my gosh, that's right. So I don't think Remy wanted to go anyway, to be honest, because she don't want to deal with too much drama. So she was just like, oh man, you are right. I do have to start this in vitro thing, so I have to tell Yandy. And so moving on from that. Well, we can just go straight into it. Remy met Yandy for lunch or brunch or dinner or breakfast or whatever. And she was just like, look, Pap said that I can't go. All of a sudden, Safari and Pap come into the building. They both had on furs. You know, Safari, he has a great personality. I really like Safari as a person. He seems like he's a good person at his core. Same thing with Juju. I feel like she's a beautiful person inside and out. But anyway, so they were just like talking, and Safari, he was just like, well, Remy was like, well, look, well, since I can't go, maybe you can invite Safari. And Yandy was just like, she couldn't say no because Safari was sitting right there, but she didn't necessarily want anybody to go on this trip. Yandy didn't want anybody to go on the trip because she did not pick the people. Yandy wanted the specific people that she chose to be on this trip to go. But all them heifers don't get along, and it'll just be a waste of time. They're supposed to be out there handing out water and sandwiches, and they're sitting there throwing water and sandwiches at each other. It just wouldn't work. So Safari, he went on ahead and invited himself. Now, there was a scene with Jonathan and Annalise. They, was at the club. She had this old nasty see-through bodysuit, and she probably got from Angel Prinks. And they was at the club and all that good stuff. Then all of a sudden, Juju and Yandy came in. Now, Annalise, she revealed to us that Yandy don't really feature her, and she don't really feature Yandy because Yandy has that upper attitude, like she thinks she's better than some people. And I don't know why, 'cause she's a scammer, allegedly. No, I mean, this lady done scammed the world, having us think that she was really married to that man. All these millions of dollars that was spent on that damn wedding, and she ain't signed not one document. But people tend to forget certain things, so I guess we'll let that go. To each his own. So anyway, they have Annalise to get up and perform her new song. I actually like Annalise's voice. She can actually sing. I just wish she sung a little bit more on this show to promote it. But obviously, these shows is not just about your talent or whatever. Like, you damn near have to stay on there to get your own show, and then maybe you can do it. But it's still drama over everything. But obviously we find out that Annalise is such a personality, so it is what it is. And I know her name is Annalise, but I call her Annalise because that's what it sounded like she was saying at first. And that just kind of stuck. And Annalise, I just like it better. It's funny. So they started talking, and Jonathan, he invited Annalise to this trip to St. Martin. Now, there's two people that Yandy did not invite. First, Safari, not Annalise. And she was just like, I definitely don't want to deal with Annalise and all her dramatics and drama, yada to the yada. She was just like, I would love to go to St. Martin. So, Annalise is now going to St. Martin. What else is going on, child? Navarro had a little scene where he was going to the clinic or whatever with his pregnant wife. They ain't mad no more. She, sucked it up and was just like, you know what, I need your money, so let me calm down and not act a fool. Because this baby getting ready to come too, and me and the baby need the money. The baby and me need the money, so let me just calm down because I ain't working and I work for you. And if you mad, you might not give me my allowance. Y'all know how they go. But Navarro, apparently, one of his clients is Fetty Wap, and Fetty Wap got in trouble for speed racing or some ignorant stuff. Some mess. I was just like, Lord. I think Richie Dollars, he had a little scene where he was talking about diabetes. It was literally only 30 seconds that he spoke up there at that podium. I was like, wow, that's all y'all giving Richie Dollars? Talking about his little diabetes for 30 seconds. I was like, Lord. But shit, it's hard for me to feel bad for Richie and to feel sorry for him. I do feel like all these people on these shows at their core are good people, but they just do so much fuck shit. It's just like, you know, you mess it up. You mess it up every time. Every time somebody want to root for you, here we go with some more mess. And, you know, we all know how his whole history of women and all that kind of stuff. And all these men have beautiful daughters. And it's just, whatever. I'm just too deep. I'm just too deep for the people. So, yeah, that's that. What else happened? So, Safari had a little performance. And it was some kind of fur situation. He has the song Paradise, which is actually a good song. He invited Juju there. I would really love to see Juju and Safari in a relationship. I don't know why, but I would just really love to like see that. I think they would make a great couple. So anyway, Juju and Safari, they're talking. All of a sudden, Jaquay comes in with Cayenne Pepper. Cayenne Pepper, I really like her. But her and Bree apparently has beef or from somewhere. So I saw next week Bree gonna flip a table on her because she said something about her grandmother who's, you know, sickly, and you know that's you wrong for that, Cayenne, if you did that to that girl. But these little beefs run deep apparently. So Cayenne and Jaquay is a thing. They're like a couple or working out something. I guess he's no longer with Sophie, Man-Made Body. But, you know, she's always going to pop back up in the scene because, you know, them thoughts always be around, child. So, Safari went on ahead and invited Jaquay or Juju or somebody about the St. Mark's trip. And then he went on ahead and invited Cayenne. So, there's 2 more people added on to the list that's going to St. Martin that Yandy did not want to go. From... Who was the first person? They went on a St. Martin's trip. Safari to Ananalise to Jaquay to Cayenne. Juju and Cayenne. Juju and Yandy, they had a little conversation in the hotel room. They was packing or whatever. Juju was just like, look, sis, a lot more people is coming than you expected. She was like, Jaquay's coming. She was like, I like Jaquay, but my God. But then she was just like, you know, the more people there, the more people can help, yada to yada. So Yandy, she decided to invite Mariah, which is on this side with Bianca, and Bree, which is on this side with Dream Doll. She did not want to invite Dream Doll and Bianca because she felt like they were too volatile, and which I agree with that whole situation. But, you know, still, you know, Bianca's in her feelings about it because she was just like, Mariah's my friends, and she's going to go on a trip with Bree. She can't possibly get cool with Bree because I have beef with Bree. And until I settle my issues with Bree, she cannot be friends with her, you know. So, Bianca's looking for clothes, and all of a sudden we see some heels in a car, and all of a sudden we see Hennessy Carolina, which is Cardi B's sister. I want Hennessy to stop talking in the media. But, you know. So she comes out with this blonde wig on and these heels. She just graduated from a fashion school. And she, you know, is obviously she's trying to follow in her sister's footsteps. But we already have a Cardi B. We don't need another one. She's everything that Cardi was, she's gonna try to bring the exact same thing. I'm sure Hennessy is gonna be on the next season of Love and Hip Hop New York. Let's just see if she's as bad as she really claimed that she is. If you know how she fights her sister's battles all the time. Remember when she ran up at that girl Asia on the Love Hip Hop reunion, and you know trying to fight her sister's battles for her. And all the stuff she talking about Amara on the internet and all this, and just always running her mouth. Let's just see if she's really as bad when she's just by herself. We'll see. But luckily, she has a connection with Mariah Land and Bianca because they were cool with Cardi B. So I guess you know. But hopefully they don't fall out because if they do, then she's just gonna be up shit creek, ain't she? So Hennessy was helping her out with that, and you know, yada yada. Okay, so they get there to the little trip. We have Juju, Yandy, Bree, and Jonathan. They're all sitting there helping, packing up lunches or whatever they're doing. Then all of a sudden we have Anna and Elise come from the back with a bathing suit on, with all her fake cakes out. And you know, she fixing a cocktail. It's like, what y'all doing? We on vacation. Yandy was just like, we're supposed to help. We're supposed to be here, and you know, you're supposed to be working. What are you doing? We on vacation. I am working. She's a mess. So she went to go sit down in the hammock. Then her and Yandy had started to kind of get into it. Jonathan was kind of in the middle saying, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? You know, you can tell that Jonathan don't want to lose Yandy as a friend. You can tell that. But, you know, they kind of made Anna and Elise feel some kind of way. But, I mean, Anna and Elise, like, I understand you're on vacation, turn up, drink, whatever. But seeing as how you wasn't invited on this trip and you're just the guest of a guest, you might need to just chill and play your role and do what everybody else is doing until it's time for everybody else to turn up and they want to turn up and take a break. Then that's when you go ahead and take your break. You don't just start off taking your break. You do a little work first, then you take your break, you know. That's why I be trying to tell people at work, child. I don't know more. I just let them be them. Like, you're supposed to work more than you play. If you work an hour straight without stopping, take a little 5-10 minute break, then you start that work. And that's the way it's supposed to be. But whatever. My mom always taught me growing up, when I get home from school, get my homework then, so I ain't got to worry about nothing for the rest of the day. I can go outside and play, eat, watch TV, whatever. But get your homework done then instead of waiting till you play and watch TV from school. Then you forgot a lot of the stuff that you done did in school. Then you come home and do it that night before you go to bed. Like, no. Just get what you need to get done then. Okay? And then go play or whatever. But to each his own, child. So let's see. So Safari, like Juju meets Mariah, and Safari and Jaquay, they came. He was like, Cayenne's coming later. Mariah revealed to the guys and Juju that Bree has beef with Cayenne Pepper. So you know, it's gonna be a mess with that whole situation. It's the next day and they're all handing out food and water to the kids at some high school, which was nice. Let's see. So after that, Safari and Yandy is talking off into a corner. Then all of a sudden, Anna and Elise come around the corner. She was just like, can I talk to Yandy? So Safari walks off. Anna and Elise just is on full friend mode. Jonathan is my friend. He's not your friend. You will never mean as much to him as I do. I'm Anna and Elise, and that's it. Yandy was just like, I don't know what's going on with you. She was like, I'm crazy. You need to ask Jonathan about me. Yandy was like, I deal well with crazy, which she does. And she was just like, you know, Yandy was like, well, I ain't trying to argue with you, child. And Yandy ended up walking off from him. Anna and Elise, you came in her wrong. You need to have a better approach when you're dealing with a scammer like Yandy. You need to be, you know, more subtle, use big words, you know, be more professional, you know, so you can catch her in that lie. So otherwise you ain't gonna get nothing out from her because she's been doing this for years, allegedly. Yes, child. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I don't know what else is going on. This is kind of a boring episode, but I tried my best to make it as lively as possible. But, you know, the turn up is getting ready to start. You know, again, you know, they have one nice friendly episode, and then that's when the mess start back. So yeah. So with that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at ItsKingsWorld Instagram and Twitter. At ItsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chase King was here on Facebook and all that good stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. Stay tuned. Bye bye.